Hi guys! Hello! Okay, it's been some time since we went live, right? I'm gonna wait for some of you guys to come into the room and then we'll get started with the topic of discussion today. I wanna pull you guys up on my computer though so I can see you because I'm recording on my phone today. So let me see if I can find it while you guys come into the room. Hello, hello. There we are. Alright. Alright, hi, welcome. As you guys walk in the room, make sure you hit that thumbs up button so I know you're in the house. Why don't you guys let me know where you're from? Tell me where you're from. Where's everyone from? Alright, so I'm going to give you guys I guess a hint on what today's topic is today. You'll see me in the corner. I'm trying not to I don't know. But today it's about getting our lives together. So you guys know I've been making a lot of content lately about, obviously leveling up. But now we're talking about leveling up our finances. Now we're starting to be a little bit goal-oriented, right? Alright, as you guys hop in the room, make sure you hit that thumbs up button so I know you're in the house. Tell me where you're from, and we're going to get started in just a second. But yeah, you guys, I have some notes for today's live. So today we're going to be talking about getting your life in order, okay? Figuring out what you're doing with your life. And I know it is very much so a time to do so because it's almost the end of the year, right? So people are starting to make some end of the year intentions, which I personally love. People are making new year intentions, which I personally love. And I guess later on in the video, you guys can go ahead and drop down in the comments or in the chat room rather, what are some of your goals and intentions that you're setting for this year and the next year? You guys know when you set the intention, you make it real. When you share them with people, you make it real, but you don't want to share it with everybody, right? So let me mute my computer. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. All right, so the first thing I wanted to talk about is, maybe I should just set this down here, but I don't want it to be in the way. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to talk about, you guys, is assessing where you are now. So a huge factor in, getting to that lifestyle or getting to that end goal is assessing where you are now. Because a lot of times we just kind of just ease over it. We're just like, I don't like where I am now. I see where I want to be, but we don't really build the steps to get to that direction, and then we just feel like we're just spiraling, we're just wasting days or wasting time. I don't know if it's anybody else's biggest fear, but my biggest fear is wasting time or feeling like I don't have enough time to get what I need to get done. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is assess where we're at. Okay, assessing where you're at. So where are you with your finances? Where are you with your relationships? Where are you with your friendships? Where are you with how you eat? Where are you with what you look like? Okay, are you happy or are you disappointed? In all aspects, in all areas. Okay, the first start is to really assess where you are. Hey you guys, as you hop in the room, make sure you hit that thumbs up button so I know you're in the house. Leave me a comment, let me know where you're at. Okay, so yeah, assessing where you are is the first step. You guys know I am an avid journaler, so I'm like journaling every morning and every night. So whenever I'm feeling like I don't know what I'm doing with my life, what the heck am I doing, where am I going, I feel like I'm making no progress, I always make sure to go back to my journal and I ask myself, where am I right now? Okay, so number one is assessing the situation, assessing where you are. Okay, that's the first way to get it together, baby. Okay, you have to just know where you are, right? Okay, so the next thing you want to do is ask yourself, are the people around you doing what it is that you desire to do? Okay, are you surrounding yourself with people who have the same end goal as you? Because you guys know the saying, birds of a feather flock together, right? If you're not surrounding yourself, sorry guys, the planes. Can you guys actually hear them? Like I always say the planes, but I don't know if you guys can actually ever hear them. Like maybe I just sound crazy. Okay, it's going away now. Okay, but yeah, so anyway, so yeah, you want to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with the people who are actually going to benefit you and be in the best interest of you, okay? If you're surrounding yourself with people who have nothing to do with who you want to be or where you want to go, you are doing yourself a disservice. So my step number 2 is to surround yourself with people who are like teachers. You want to hook your caboose, if you're the caboose, you want to hook your caboose onto the fastest train that's going in the direction that you want to go in, okay? So a lot of times we are hooking our caboose onto people who don't know what they want in life, don't know where they're going in life. Can hear them a little. Oh, you can hear them, Nova. Hi, Nova. How are you, boo? But yeah, so a lot of times we're hooking ourselves onto people who don't know where they're going, don't know what they're doing. You know, they're kind of spiraling too, and we just think, oh well, they're my friend. I've known them forever. I've known them since I was a child. I grew up with them. We went to school together. Therefore, you think that it's okay to waste your life and waste your time with losers or with people who have nothing to offer you. Okay. You don't want to do that anymore. So from now on, only surround yourself with people who are teaching you the craft of what you need to be the better version of yourself. Or only surround yourself with people who have that intention, who have the intention to better themselves and to be something greater than who they are today, okay? That's number 2, as the planes go through, okay? And you guys also, if you guys are here, let me know. Are you guys enjoying the... it's not really considered level up series anymore. Do you guys prefer to talk about relationships, or is it okay to kind of talk about like day-to-day life, like you evolving as a person and things like that? Let me know, because I am curious. Because if you prefer to talk about relationship, we can switch gears, but I figured since I have some time, let me go live and say hi to my hunties. Okay, so the next thing I want to say is stop asking advice from people who don't know what they want, or people who have no idea, you know, what. Just stop asking advice from people who really have nothing to offer you. You know, they are in a worse place than you are. You shouldn't be asking them for advice. You shouldn't be asking them, what do you think I should do in this situation? No, don't do that anymore, okay? And the reason for that is they are only answering your questions from the perception that they live, okay? That means they really have nothing to offer you in regards to who you're trying to become and what you're trying to do, okay? So it really doesn't make sense to, you know, to do that, okay? Stop asking people for their advice and start meditating to find out the advice, or start to listen to your inner compass, your intuition, to answer these questions that you have. Even if it's I'm starting a business, is this the right business name? Why would you ask other people what the name of your company is going to be? You know, you have to ask yourself, you have to ask your guides. You know, you can figure almost anything out on your own, I promise you. You just got to give yourself the time and the mental capacity to be able to do it, okay? All right. So I have some homework for you guys in regards to this topic. Nika says, love your videos. I appreciate the level up videos relating to personal career growth and life. Oh, great. Okay. I like the day to day. I'm leveling up myself and my life. Sorry, I missed it. Let me see. I have you on my computer. You said, I like the day to day too. I'm leveling up myself and my life now, so it gives me inspiration. Oh, good. Okay, yeah, I'm trying to make more inspiring videos and not so much male bashing videos, because I don't want you guys to think I'm like mad or angry or anything like that. Like, I'm really not. So I don't want my level up videos to be like, we hate men, so let's bash them. Like, no, that's not the case. That's not how I feel. So I wanted to just make my videos a little bit more inspiring and informative and less bashing. But you know, sometimes we gotta bash because we just have to. But yeah, okay, thank you for that. Thank you, guys. Then Anika says, love your videos. I appreciate the level up videos relating to personal career growth and life. Okay, good. Awesome. I'm happy you guys are here. Okay, so yeah, my next thing is I'm gonna give you guys some homework, and this is to ask yourself, where do you want to be 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 1 year from now, 6 months from now, and then next month? And there's a reason for that, so I'm gonna get into that in a second. We have another message. It's from Hadassah. Help, I'm 21. I really want to level up, but I live in a small country where it almost seems impossible. Oh no, Hadassah, if we don't mind saying, what country do you live in? And let me see, exactly what do you need help with? Let me see. I really want to level up and live in a small country. Okay, and actually could play to your benefit that you live in a small country. What is it specifically? Oh, Ireland, cool. Ireland is awesome. Okay, so what specifically are you having trouble with, like in the leveling up? Like, is it your looks? Is it, you know, what is it? And just so you guys know, I did just record a video today about how to feel more feminine, so that will come out too soon, so maybe that would be a little bit helpful. But yeah, Hadassah, tell me, what is it about the level up experience that you're having problems with? Is it the relationship aspect of it? Is it, like I said, your looks? Is it the personality? Is it, you know, going out? What is the problem? I'd love to help with that. But yeah, okay, so that was my homework for you guys. Where do you want to be 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 1 year from now, 6 months from now, and next month? Now, the reason why this is so important is because a lot of people are just living day to day, and they're like astronauts just floating like boop, 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 you know, like not really in control of anything, not really knowing what's gonna happen, what to do, you know, not really knowing how to make decisions and things like that. So if you can pinpoint where you would like to be 10 years from now, it's easier to make a blueprint and walk yourself in that direction than it is to just say, where do I want to be next month? You know, because next month you might still have the same mindset and mental capacity that you had this month, you know. And it's really important to always be changing, to always be evolving, you know. If you're not leveling up on a monthly basis or on a yearly basis, then you really are just, you know, kind of sitting in the same place, and that kind of makes life not fun. Okay, the purpose of level up is to open your world to new experiences, to new things that are fun, to new people that are exciting, you know. So that is the purpose of level up. A lot of people think it's just to marry rich. Sorry, there's a trifling person running through the neighborhood with their loud music. Okay, but yeah, so that's the purpose of level up. It's to open yourself up. Okay, Hadassah says looks department. I'm overweight personally. I'm really shy. This works to my determinant and relationship aspects. Thank you so much. Okay, sure, Hadassah. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys I guess like a cheat sheet when it comes to trying to lose weight in order to level up, and I'll address each thing that you asked about. But let's start with being overweight. So okay, let's start here. If you are overweight and you would like to lose weight, and I have to be very tactful with how I say things because someone tried to come for me in one of my videos saying, Nyjah, why are you saying mean things about overweight people? You know, like saying that I was trying to bash overweight people, which I'm definitely not. Like, I myself have been overweight before, but I turned it around. Okay, so let me give you guys some advice on how you can do that. If you are overweight, the number one easiest way to begin to start losing weight easy is drinking more water. And I really feel like people underestimate this tip, and that's why they think it's so hard to lose weight. But you have to understand this. Drinking a lot of water is how you release toxins out of your body, okay? All of the sugary bad foods that you are eating that cause you to be overweight, if that is something that you do, can all be kind of zeroed out or canceled out by drinking a lot of water. Now, I'm not saying that if you drink a bunch of water you'll never get fat, but I'm saying that you can really significantly shed a lot of weight just by increasing the amount of water that you drink. So if you're really trying to lose weight, if you start with, and this might sound extreme to somebody, but if you start with drinking 2 liters of water to a gallon of water a day, you will see yourself shedding a lot of weight much more quickly. And that's just by drinking more water, okay? Another huge tip is to zero out, like, don't drink your calories. So if you're drinking sodas, Kool-Aids, anything like that, you have to stop. And those are like the 2 fastest ways to lose weight. When I was like trying to lose weight and I started drinking more water, I didn't eat as much because I was full of water all the time, and that helped me to shed weight extremely quickly. So that is like a quick tip. Obviously, eventually you will want to start moving your body more. Like if you have a dog, just be simple and walk them around the block a few times or anything like that. But honestly, losing weight doesn't have to be hard. I feel like if you fix your mindset on the fact that I'm just so overweight and I'm never gonna not be overweight, that's how you stay in that paradigm. If you start feeding yourself affirmations like, I'm fit, I love my body, I'm skinny, you know, if you start saying those things repeatedly again and again and again and again to yourself until your subconscious mind actually believes it, you will begin to adopt the characteristics of a person who is fit, or a person that is skinny, or a person who does love the way that they look. So yeah, that is what I have to say pertaining to the weight. you know, it's not difficult to lose weight. You totally got this, Hadassah. But the next thing is the personality. So if you're a shy person and you find it hard to level up, a really great thing that you could do to get yourself out of your comfort zone is start making yourself leave the house. You can do whatever activity you want to do. Something that I used to do when I was, you know, like a homebody, I would force myself to walk around the mall. Like, even if I didn't spend any money, even if I didn't have any money to spend, I would force myself to walk around the mall. And what this did for me was, one, it got me out of my comfort zone. I made myself leave the house. Two, it gave me a reason to get dressed up and be in front of people. And then three, if people wanted to talk to me or interact with me, it got me out of my shyness. You know, like if someone's gonna walk up to you and say, hey, you've got to respond. You're not just gonna sit there and stand there, you know? So start making, not excuses, but like start creating reasons to leave the house, even if it's just to go to the mall and walk around the mall. That could also help with your weight loss because you're walking. You know what I mean? So you could start going to the mall and walking around. It's also like a runway. Like if you've ever had a really cute outfit on and walked around the mall, you will sometimes feel very self-conscious because you know a lot of people are staring at you, but it forces you to, you know, walk with your head high, even if you're walking by yourself, which I highly suggest you walk by yourself. And you know, it will just make you keep your head up, you know, walk around with pride. So yeah, if you guys are enjoying the tips, make sure that you hit that thumbs up button as you enter the room, please and thank you. I saw you left another comment. What'd you say? Nova said, yes, I'm starting with that kind of affirmations now and a keto diet. Excellent. And you guys know what? One of my girlfriends did the keto diet, or is currently doing the keto diet. I'm not really sure, but she says that it's really helpful. So I think that's great. Also, Hadassah, this is for you. Intermittent fasting, I don't know if you've heard of it, but intermittent fasting is a really, really, really excellent way to start losing weight quickly and easily. And that's essentially where you just wait to eat until later on in the day. So yeah, I hope that is helpful. Let's see. Yeah, that was a really great question. If you guys have more questions, I'm really love to answer it so we can kind of make this a dialogue so it's not just me, you know, talking at you guys. But yeah, definitely. Hadassah says the affirmations in mall idea is such a great idea. Yeah, it will really help you, okay? I wish I had pictures somewhere around here of like what I used to look like. Like, you guys think I've always been a poppin' girl? Honey, the glow up is real, okay? When you start holding your head up high with that leveled up mentality, you know what I mean? That's where the real glow up begins, okay? You don't just put on cute clothes and now you're glowed up. Like, no, you adopt that personality by putting yourself out in front of people, you know? By making yourself vulnerable, you know? And then the more people who stare at you, you just start to feel more and more confident, and it's a really great feeling. So yeah, you guys, if you have another question, let me know. But yeah, so honestly, level up doesn't have to be difficult, but you don't want to make it. And a lot of people say the women who want to level up are so superficial, they're so artificial. It's not about being artificial at all or superficial at all. I make my level up videos, and I'm really wanting to start catering more towards the lifestyle, because I really want people to, you know, understand that leveling up is not just looking better and then your life gets better. Leveling up is saying, I have a plan for my life. I know where I'm going to be in 10 years. I know where I'm going to be in 5 years. I know where I'm going to be next year. I know where I want to be next year. I have a goal and I know how to manifest it. I know how to create. I know how to bring things into my reality. I know how to bring things into fruition, okay? Level up is all about helping women to understand their true power, because for so long we've been living in a male-dominated society, and I feel like a lot of women are finding their voices and finding that they can create the reality they choose. And that's why so many women are talking about leveling up their relationship, because, you know, ultimately your relationship kind of opens the doors to other things, or it should open the doors to other things. A lot of women are, you know, latching on to men that really have nothing to offer them, and then they can't understand why their life is a rut. It's because they're afraid to detach themselves from the very person who has made their lives a rut. Okay, so don't be afraid to, you know, don't be afraid to level up, boo. Okay, to be afraid to level up is to be afraid to never change. It's to be afraid to change. That's what I meant, okay? Yeah, it's to be afraid to change. If you're afraid to level up, you're afraid to change, you're afraid to open yourself up to bigger and better things, and there's no reason for that, okay? Like, do you want to live here forever, or do you want to live here? You know what I mean? So, yeah. That's what says. Thanks so much for the tips. Of course, beautiful. Love you. Thank you so much for interacting. And there are a lot of you guys up here, you know. Let's interact. You know, do you guys have questions or anything? If not, I'm going to continue. Okay. So like I said, my homework was to figure out where you want to be, and this is going to help to choose the trajectory that your life is going into. So I'll give you an example. If you know that you want to be a traveler, okay, and you set the intention, next year I'm going to start traveling more, that's absolutely going to make you feel leveled up and more luxurious and like you have, you know, more worth. But more than that, the way to get to that is to begin to position yourself as the type of person who would travel, okay? So if you set the intention, next year I'm going to travel, what can you do now to make that happen? This year, why don't you start looking at places to travel to so you can actually get excited about where you're going to travel to? And then why don't you, you know, get your passport renewed? Or why don't you get your passport for the first time? And then after you do that, why don't you invite some girlfriends on your trip? Or why don't you just choose to go solo? And then after that, why don't you pick out some outfits you'll wear on the trip, or make a vision board of all the things that you'll wear, or make a vision board of all the things that you'll do, you know? This is how you become proactive to bring those things closer and closer to you. That's what true level up is. Level up is saying, I see my imperfections when I look in the mirror. I could do better on my makeup, so today I'm really gonna try and do my makeup better. Or being leveled up is saying, you know what, I know my boyfriend ain't-ish, so I'm going to put myself in a position to be able to, you know, support myself until I can be with somebody who really deserves me. You know what I mean? That's what true level up is. So I'm really just trying to bring that home to you guys. It's not just about dating up. Everyone's not gonna date up, but everyone will have a higher perspective of how they feel about themselves, and a higher, you know, way of how they're, a higher regard for how they're holding themselves, really. So I hope that makes sense. I'm gonna keep going down my list, but yeah, you guys, I really appreciate it when you guys ask me questions, because then I kind of get a feel for what you really want to know, because you guys know sometimes my videos are a little bit all over the place, so I try to stay organized, okay? But yeah, and you guys also let me know, do you guys prefer when I go live, or do you prefer pre-recorded videos? Because I personally like to go live, but sometimes I feel like it is easier to just pre-record and schedule. So you guys let me know what you think. And also, I'm going to, while I'm segueing into this, I'm going to let you guys know I am starting up my Gold Digger group on Patreon. So Patreon is essentially like my goodie bag. My digital goodie bag is what I'm going to call it. So if you guys want my digital goodie bag, make sure you join my Patreon group. It's basically where I'm going to be giving you guys free affirmations that you can download onto your phone to listen to in the morning or at night before you go to bed. And this is essentially how you're going to reprogram your mind into that, embodying that level up mentality, or that level up personality. And also in there, it's gonna have discount codes to, you know, all the products and stuff that I offer on my website. So yeah. So someone had a question. Nova said, yes, it totally changed my life to realize that I can level up and not settle for a dusty man. Exactly. Exactly. But you guys know it's more than just dusty men, you know? It's dusty lifestyle, dusty habits, okay? We're leveling up from all of that, okay? So you don't just leave your dusty man and now all of a sudden you're leveled up. No, because now you still have to work on that part of yourself that attracted you to that dusty person to begin with. You know what I mean? So you didn't just wake up one day and say, you know what, I have an appetite to be with a bum. No, there are, you know, subconscious programs that you've instilled in yourself, or maybe your parents have instilled in you, or maybe society has instilled in you to make you think that you're meant to vibrate at that level instead of vibrating higher. So I hope that makes sense. Where are we at? We're at 24 minutes, almost 25 minutes. All right, you guys, I think that is basically it. It was just like a super quick chit chat. Yeah, just some, you know, level up advice here and there, sprinkled here and there. Okay, you guys? So what would really help me is if you guys let me know down in the comments or even in the captions, what kinds of content are you guys looking to see in the future? Like, what do you desire to see from me? Okay? Do you want to hear more about relationships? Do you want to hear more about femininity? Do you want to hear more about leveling up your finances or working for yourself? I know one of my next video ideas is creating income streams for women who hate to work, because I am a woman who hates to work. So that is something that I wanted to share with you guys, how you guys can make money without having to do the whole 9-to-5 thing, because I do not believe in that. It is a scam from the pits. Okay, you guys? No. So anyway, yeah, that's basically all I wanted to share with you guys today. We'll do longer lives in the future, but you guys have to interact with me so I can, you know, keep it going, you know what I mean? But yeah, as always, I love you guys. Thanks so much for stopping on my video and hanging out with me for a little bit. Let me know what you want to see, and I will see you guys in my upcoming videos, okay? Bye!